Oh, I feel so much better. I'm still hot though. I done got fat. Doing a little better, I'll be eating. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. we play 3. What? I don't know, man. What are y'all going by? Central or Eastern? I don't know. Okay? Whatever. I'm going by Central. Okay? I want the earliest time. I want to get this game started. So we play the Washington Huskies, and we play Washington, and they've been a little quiet. I'm a little nervous. I feel like we're gonna beat the hell out of them, but I'm still just nervous. It's that coach. They say he run like little trick plays and stuff. I don't know. They was like, they got this great quarterback, and they got a great cornerback, and I was like, yeah, but we got Jalen Hurts and Minkah Fitzpatrick and Marlon Humphrey and Jonathan Allen, and I just feel like we gonna win. Now, in the event that we do lose, yeah, I know y'all don't want to think about it, but if we do, just be patient on the video, okay? I'm gonna do it, but not, as fast. I'm gonna need a little time. I know you will. There's one thing I love about my shows, man. I get to tell y'all the story of how the videos came about. If you've been following me on Facebook for 2 or more years, you know, I did the first video, after we lost to Ole Miss a few years ago. Yeah, I did it because I just needed some therapy, and it went really well. It got like maybe 300,000 views, which was cool. I'm like, man, that's pretty good. So I kept doing, a few more videos, and I did a few last year. We won the championship, and people were loving them. I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep this going this year. So the first game of the year, I was not at home. I was on the road doing a show in Nashville. They put me in a crappy hotel. So all I had, I knew I wanted to do a video, but all I had in the room was my iPhone, a couch, and Pornhub. And I had to make all 3 of these things. Okay, that last one was for me, but. So I'm like, I want to put up a video, but I don't know what to do. I don't have the proper equipment. I said, you know what, let me just take my iPhone and film myself watching the game and see if anybody can relate. Y'all watched that thing 3.5 million times. All the blog sites was picking it up, and I was getting all these questions and interviews, and then I did the second video, and y'all watched that one 4 million times. So then I told all my friends and my family, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it again this 3rd week. If it does well, we might be on to something. So the 3rd week, if you remember, we played Ole Miss. Oh yeah. And we were down big, and at some point, Jonathan Allen picks up a fumble 75 and runs it all the way to the end zone. And all I said was, go big boy, go big boy. Y'all watched that one 4 million times. So now people are sending me videos of their kids, and they're saying stuff like, go big boy, go big boy. And I'm like, wow, I never had little white kids following me. I don't know what to do. Gotta handle this with care. So then it starts going, and all these newspapers and stuff, and AL.com, they want interviews, they want to find out about me. They saw it was a short list of accomplishments. The first interview, it was like, did you graduate from the university? I said, no, I went to school in Tuscaloosa, but I went to Stillman College. Yeah, I thought I wanted to go to Bama. I thought they would let me in because I was a fan. They were like, nigga, you made a 3 on the ACT. That's nothing you can do. Okay, come on over to Stillman there. I can see Brian Denny from my dorm room though. It looks like they were having fun over there. So, yeah, man, a few more weeks passed by, and we played Tennessee. And I did an interview with the people in Knoxville and Nashville. And during the Tennessee game, Jalen Hurts has the game of his life. He's throwing the ball. He's running. He's stiff-arming people. And I just sat on my couch and said what most black aunties say when somebody doing good. Come on, Jalen. And from then, it was like, now all the little kids are saying it. All the grown folks are saying it. Black people saying it. White people, Klan members, everybody. Shipped me a hoodie with the Alabama A. It was great. It was great. It was great. So I'm getting all these people, and this is when I knew. Y'all didn't even catch that. This is when I knew it was real. After that video, I'm walking through Walmart. This is a true to God story. I can't even lie about it. I'm walking through Walmart. This little boy, he had to be no more than 4 to 5 years old. He's about this tall. He's with his sister and his dad. And he stops in his tracks when he saw me. He said, "It's funny, man." And I was like, oh. So I walked over to him, but he ran to me and just hugged me, and he started crying. And I'm just like, oh my God, man, it's beautiful. So I was like, hey, little man, what's your name? He told me. And I was like, how your grades in school, this and that. And he said, I like you. I was like, you funny. Wow, man. I said, roll tide, little man. Just stay strong, brother, okay? You made my day. And he walked off crying, and I felt so good because he had no idea I was there to buy beer and condoms. He never thought about it like once. I just wish y'all could hang out with me just like a day now, man. The love that I get from y'all, man, I can't like go to Publix or Walmart. Like I get bum rushed.
Or Best Buy.
Yeah, I know. I don't even, y'all gotta understand, I'm sitting behind a computer and I don't know what y'all are thinking. You know, I try not to read the comments because I think people gonna say nasty stuff, talk about the size of my head or something. So I try to read like the first 3 comments, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just let them have it because somebody say the wrong thing, I'm from Pratt. I thought shoot. But y'all say stuff, man, and this is when I knew it got really, really real. I went to a Bama game. No, I went to the Iron Bowl, as a matter of fact. I went to Tuscaloosa for the Iron Bowl. Yeah. I'm walking up. We're going in late because everybody keeps stopping me for pictures and stuff, which I love taking pictures. I'm never too good to do it. I get up to the gate because I'm about to speak to somebody that I went to Stillman with, but all the security guards recognized me. And so they was like, funny man, come on in. And they gave me a lanyard so I could walk around the sidelines and stuff. But behind me, there was a guy walking up to the gate. And they were like, hey, hold up. We need to see your credentials. We need to see your driver's license and all that. And the dude was like, funny man, tell him. And I was like, man, I don't know you guys. Can't do nothing. So they hassling this guy. They wouldn't let him in. The guy was Sean Alexander. Swear to God. I'm just looking, I'm like, I said, ma'am, you might want to let him in. He's like, well, who is he? I said, that's Sean Alexander. He's an Alabama running back legend. He's got all kind of records. He was the MVP of the NFL. He is awesome. Let him in. He's a legend. Kick me out, let him in. And the lady whispered to me, I swear to God, she said, does he make funny ass videos? I said, Sean, I can't do nothing for you, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, y'all leaving? All right, thank y'all so much for coming out. We're tired. Oh, wait a minute. Go cleanser? All right. Shut up. We already beat them, whatever. Yeah, I just want y'all to understand, man, like, us people that have been Alabama fans, like, all of our lives, like, we are emotionally connected to this team. Like, I know some of y'all started cheering for the team because, you know, your son or your daughter went there recently, or we just started winning, and you jumped on board. That's cool. You know, you bought your ticket. You in. But us that grew up and we knew nothing about Alabama football, Alabama losing and winning determines how our whole week is going to go. It is that serious. People have gotten divorces. Yeah. Alabama lose like, bitch, not this week. I will take the garbage out when I'm good ready. So it is a serious thing, man. And I think that's why the videos connect with other fan bases. Like Florida people hit me up, Tennessee people, even Auburn people. You a Florida Gator fan? Florida Gator, and you rocking Crimson. So I get it. But see, that's the thing. Everybody looks at our passion and they like, we understand. But we just not winning like y'all win. And I seen, you know, people be like, y'all get tired of winning, man? No. Okay, because Saban is here now, but we had to make it through the Mike years, okay? We gotta apologize. You were there for Mike Shula, Mike DuBose, Mike Price, Franchoni, that Italian dude. I knew he wasn't gonna make it. Right. Nobody even have a name like that in Alabama. He don't like this guy. Mike Price had to be the dumbest coach. Y'all remember how excited we were about Mike Price? He didn't coach a game. He got caught over strippers, right? In the spring game. I heard that. That was just Joey Freshwater. Yeah, man, he got caught over strippers. We were very excited. He was going to revolutionize the offense. He was going to do all this stuff. And 2 weeks later, busted up at the strip club. Really? Mike, yeah, man, Mike Shula, let's be real. He got the job because of his dad. When he fell off that podium, I was like, nah, this ain't the coach. This is not the guy. We got to do better. DuBose was all right. Mike DuBose was actually a pretty good coach. We just didn't like him for some reason. I don't know. Dennis Franchoni, I just try to forget everything he ever stood for. And I grew up in the, Ray Perkins was the coach when I grew up. Yeah, I'm telling my age. I'm 36, yeah. So I don't really remember him, but I remember Bill Curry. And all I remember with Bill Curry was they used to make them t-shirts. Don't worry, we got Curry. But every time we won, it was about like 2 points or 1 point, just barely. And I'm growing up hearing these stories about Bear Bryant. I'm like, well, when is Bear Bryant coming back? And this coach we got him, this was suck. Yeah, and then here comes Gene Stallman. I love Gene Stallman. Gene Stallman was like your daddy. He fussing at the press conference. He's like, well, you know, we got to run. Hey, sit your ass down. Hey, you know. Y'all so stupid. Yeah, man. So I had a point to that long ass story. But I forgot it, man. I just want to say roll tide and thank y'all for all the love. Yeah, but if nothing else, man, I know y'all drinking. Don't get uncomfortable, but I just got to give all praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for just allowing me to meet such beautiful people like y'all. Look at me trying to put his bit at. Jesus, really? Nah, man, because people ask me all the time, like, you gonna keep making the videos? Look, I'll keep making them as long as y'all watching them, okay? Yeah. So soon as y'all stop watching them, I'm out. Yeah, I don't have no ego, man. I'll be like, hey, man, yeah, it was a good little run. But, you know, we did 200 views last week. That ain't gonna count, okay? It's not gonna be the move. For everybody that's going to the game tomorrow, hopefully not you, Hoover. Thank God. You going to the game tomorrow? How many of y'all actually going to the game? Well, we want to see y'all up in there. Hopefully my shirt will flash across there. Give me some free pub. All right, this is the part about the video success that y'all don't hear about. The first shirt I made, it actually had Run the Ball and it had Bama fans up under it. And I sold like 100 of them. Y'all wanted them. I put them out there. And I woke up the next morning and checked my email. And I had a cease and desist letter from the University of Alabama. Said, man, we like the videos, but you can't sell anything that says Bama on it. I said, really? Really? I said, so is the school named after the state or the state named after the school? Because I pay taxes and I feel like I should be able to say Bama. He said, no, it doesn't work like that. But I said, okay. So I made another t-shirt that people love. It had Saban Assistant on it. Yeah, y'all bought 50 of those and woke up the next morning, checked my email. The cease and desist letter from the University of Alabama. They said, yeah, Jermaine, you can't put his name on stuff to sell it. I said, really? So he's the only Saban out here. Okay? They said, no, he's not, but we're not done. Okay. So then they sent me this whole, I swear to God, I got it saved in my phone. There's a whole list of everything they got copyrighted. So you can't use any player's name. You can't use their number. You can't use their likeness. You cannot use the word Bama, Alabama, Tide, Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, Roller Blunt. You can't use none of that. They got it on there. So they said what you can do is you can buy a license for $3,000 and you can use it as much as you want to. I said, you know what? I'll just take it off and sell the shirt. How about that? And there it is. So yeah. I'm gonna find something else to put back right there. I don't know. Lane Kiffin is not a fan of mine. Yeah, he actually reached out to me. He wrote an email. Yeah, I wish he would have missed his Gmail account. He said, hey man, I've seen the videos and all this, but you need to understand that, running an offense is harder than just sitting on the couch and telling me what to do. I felt like he was being a smart ass, so I called a bus company. You're welcome, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a real email from Kiffin. He's going on to worse things. Some community college down in Florida. So. I like Kiffin though. I did like Kiffin. He was cool. He did what he did. Now we got Sarkeesian. Yeah, we got Sarkeesian now, so y'all gonna send him any gifts. Some of y'all got that. Some of y'all didn't.
I didn't get it.
Before we get up out of here, man, I just want to say thank y'all so much, man, for making beautiful events like this happen. This was our second sold out show tonight. But overall, since the video, this has been my 7th sold out show. Y'all keep buying tickets and coming to see me and having fun. It's just so much love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return the love. My brother's over there. Marcus, wave your hand. It's my older brother. Yeah, we look alike. We got the same parents. He's over there. He's got the last of our Run the Ball shirts. I don't know how many, man. Y'all won't let them stay on the shelf. I try to keep restacking them, but y'all just keep buying them. So if you want one, he may have your size over there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick around and take a picture with everybody who wants a picture. Every single person. I don't care how long it takes. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't care how long it takes, man. Y'all have shown me that much love this year, and I hope y'all tag me to the pictures. If you had a good time tonight, tell somebody. Tell somebody. Don't hold it in. But I'm gonna be right over there. And thank you to this beautiful staff at the Punchline. Where's Marcy and everybody? Wave at them. Yeah, y'all gotta see them. So if you ever in Atlanta, make this a stop that you come through. Don't forget to tip the bartender and the wait staff. They've been A1, just professional. They were ready for all you Bama fans to come in here drunk and tear up stuff. So thank y'all so much, man. But I'll be right over there. And give it up for the other comedians that you saw tonight. Follow them. If you're not already, go ahead and follow me on the Facebook page at Funny Maine, FUNNYMAINE. Did y'all have a great time tonight? That's all that matters. So 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern tomorrow. Let's kick some ass and roll tide.